I've been working with this horse to get him to move out better. We've been tracking some cows with him. I just recently did a video with his owner riding him, working cows. So he's progressing nice, but I need to continue that with him moving out. He has needed to push better in the back end. I've got a little bit better push. That is progressing. And we've got a little bit more lift in the front end than we used to have. That is all gradually progressing. So I'm gonna move him around here. I'm gonna work his shoulders a little bit, do a little bend, counter bend, trot him around a little bit, and we're gonna let him tell us where we need to work today. So as I walk him around, I got a little bit of a counter bend, right leg, right leg, right leg. That's actually moving pretty decent. Let's go the other way. Left rein, left leg, 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 leg. So he's moving his shoulders pretty good laterally, but he's not really, that was better. He's not really breaking at the pole and bringing his nose in. I think that's the next thing that I need to work on with him. I'm getting a fair amount of lateral movement, but I need to get more lift. If I get more lift in his shoulders, I'm going to get more break at his pole. I'm getting that when I trot him, I'm starting to get that, but I'm not really getting that when I lift with my spurs. I want to be able to lift with my legs when I'm riding him to get that frame that I'm looking for. It's not going to do me any good to get the chin to come in from the ground if I'm not able to get it from the saddle. So let's go into a circle, go into a left circle. I'm going to ask him to tip his nose to the left. Let's just walk. And see right there, I'm taking a hold of his face, and he's bringing his nose in, but he's not really lifting his shoulders. I need that lift. So we're going to walk this left circle, walk this left circle. Now I'm going to take my left leg while I have the left rein and ask him to push his shoulders, lift, lift, lift. Asking the back to lift up. There we go. Now let's go back in our circle. Bring your nose over. Let's go back to the left circle. We're going to do that again. Notice I didn't go into a counter bend circle. We went outside of it because I need more lift. He's giving me lateral, but he's not giving me enough lift. And this is a good example of why I don't believe it's possible to say, okay, this is my training program from start to finish, or from getting your horse, the basics of everything, getting your horse taught, because you can get a foundation done to some extent of all the maneuvers, but you can't get it done 100% of what needs to be unless you know where you're going. You have to know where you're going to know how to get there. So that's why I don't have any training program videos out, because it's not just a step 1, step 2, step 3. They have to learn, They have to learn how to do everything to a certain level. Lift, lift, lift. There we go. In order to advance. In order to say, okay, this maneuver is accomplished. It would be real easy to look at this horse and say, he's bringing his nose in, so he's accomplished that part. But in actuality, he is bringing his nose in, and it's decent, but he's not lifting his back up, which is the other part that needs to go with that. Well, we're getting a little more lift. Okay, so let's move out forward. get him moving in a slow trot. And then we'll start extending our trot out. As he lifts with his back end, his hips are going to engage more underneath him, and his back end will start reaching more. That's what I'm really after. I'm after that reach with the back end. Now let's ask for a little bit of extension coming down the middle line. He's pretty bumpy. He's going to get a lot smoother as he gets more comfortable doing this. You saw me doing similar thing with Bowie, teaching him to move a little bit better. Same thing with this horse. They're going in a different direction. Bowie's going to be a dressage horse. This is going to be a stock horse. I'm showing stock horse classes. But the movement that's asked for, let's go back to a slow trot. The movement isn't that different really. The conformation will give you a different overall picture, but the movement of the horse rounding its back, engaging its hip, breaking its pole, same movement, doesn't make any difference. More extension. I'm using my legs, my spurs, my seat to get the extension. Drive. See how when I'm bumping with my spurs, he's breaking at the pole and bringing his chin in. That was a nice extension. Not sure how much you could see on the video, but that's the result that I'm looking for. So I'm asking back first, another trot. Notice we're at a slow trot here. Not really asking for any extension. Extension does not mean go faster. Extension means extend the stride, reach further. All right, let's ask for some extension. I'm not gonna lope. So right there, he poked his left shoulder out, got a little crooked. So his body really wasn't in the frame to give me the extension. Let's turn around, let's go the other way. His body needs to be straight, driving straight, shoulders up. Nope, we're not gonna lope. A little bit better there. Nope, not gonna lope. Using my legs to ask him to lift his back and extend. This extended trot is more work than the lope, but he's like, I'll just lope, that's less work. A little bit better there, but I don't want his head down there. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the head down. I could say, okay, that's good. You'd look at that head and say, well, he's looking for the head down. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the I'm looking for the back up, the hips engaged. Nothing to do with the head. There we go. No, we're not gonna lope. I'm not gonna lope. And I could take a hold of his face and stop him from loping, but that's not gonna accomplish what I want either. I want him to push with his body. I want him to use his body correctly. I'll help him a little bit. I'm helping him by asking him to lift his back. When he lopes, I'm taking a hold of him and slowing him down, saying, no, that's not what I want. There's some extension. Hang on. See if we can get that again. That's better. Oh, don't lope. And let's walk a little bit. Good boy. So he's wanting to lope because one thing, lope is easier than this extended trot that I'm asking him to do. And he's like, well, I can lope and not only be easier. And he's like, well, we're going faster, so I need to lope to get there. But we need to use his body correctly. He needs to use his body correctly. It's all part of building muscles, building frame, the building blocks to get him to use his body correctly. You saw me doing the counter bend, picking his shoulders up. That's one piece of the puzzle. Asking him to go forward and engaging his back, engaging his hips and lift his back. That's another piece of the puzzle. Those two parts have to come together. I don't normally work the two parts in the same day, but I did here so you could kind of see how those two pieces fit. The front end needs to elevate, break the pole, back end needs to push. I didn't put the two pieces together. I didn't take a hold of his face and ask him to bridle up because he's not ready to do that. I want the front end lifting better. I want the back end engaging with the back lifted better. Then I'll start putting the two pieces together. This is Purdy. I'll put a link up here to those other videos, to his playlist on YouTube. Until next time, thank you for watching.